Good day, friends. Thanks for joining the world once again. Today, I brought before you some standard differentials on inverse trig and hyperbolic differentiation. Why I arranged this today, I discovered that there are some students that they find it difficult to solve some questions just because they don't have the idea of these standard differentials. This helps in solving most especially equations or differentiations that are very long, and you have a little time to spend on it. So those standard differentials helps a lot if you can be able to master them and memorize them. So today I brought before you some of them that are very helpful. They are very important in solving any differentiation problem. Okay, so today you can see on this table that we have this is function. These are functions, and these are the derivatives, right? You can see these are the functions here, and here are the derivatives, right? So here, number one, today we have sine inverse of x, right? Sine inverse of x, which is equal to sine inverse of x is equals to 1 all over root 1 minus x squared. You see, it's as simple as that. Anytime you see sine inverse of x in any problem, what's supposed to come to your mind immediately is 1 all over root 1 minus x squared. It is a standard. It is a standard form. It is a standard differential. Then number two, we are having here today, we're having cos inverse of x. We're having, you can see, cos inverse of x, and the answer is minus 1 over root 1 minus x squared. You can see that. So the difference between sine inverse of x and cos inverse of x is there is minus 1 in cos inverse of x, right? And you can also see number 3 that we are having tan inverse of x, and the answer to tan inverse of x is 1 all over 1 plus x squared. It is very simple to remember if you are determined, right? We have 1 over 1 plus x squared. That is for tan inverse of x. Now, number 4, we are having cosec inverse of f of x. That's the question given to you. Cosec inverse of f of x is equal to minus 1 all over f of x times root of f of x squared minus 1 times the differentiation of f of x with respect to x, right? I think you understand that cosec inverse of x is equal to minus 1 over f of x times the square root of f of x squared minus 1 times the differentiation of f of x with respect to x. So number 5, today we are having sec inverse. This is our number 5. We are having sec inverse of f of x, which the answer is equal to 1 all over f of x times root f of x squared minus 1 times the differentiation of f of x with respect to x. You can see that the difference between cosec inverse of f of x and sec inverse of f of x is that cosec inverse of f of x is having minus on top, minus 1 on top, while sec inverse of f of x is having positive 1. Then number 6, today we are having cot inverse of f of x, and cot inverse of f of x is equal to minus 1 all over 1 plus f of x square times the differentiation of f of x with respect to x. I'm sure you understand this. Number 6, we are having cot inverse of f of x, which is equal to minus 1 all over 1 plus f of x square times the differentiation of f of x with respect to x. Then number 7, we are having sinh inverse of f of x. This is the hyperbolic. We have sinh inverse of f of x, and we have cos inverse of f of x, and we have tan inverse of f of x. You might have your own way of pronouncing those things. The main thing, the most important thing here is to remember the standard differentials of them. So here we call it sinh inverse of f of x, which is equal to 1 all over the square root of f of x squared plus 1 times the differentiation of f of x with respect to x. I repeat it again. Sinh inverse of f of x is equal to 1 all over root of f of x squared plus 1 times the differentiation of f of x with respect to x. Then we also have cos inverse of f of x here. We have cos inverse of f of x here. So cos inverse of f of x is equal to 1 all over root of f of x squared minus 1 times the differentiation of f of x with respect to x. I arrange this thing in order in such a way that you can see it can be easier for you to memorize. The difference between sinh inverse of f of x and cos inverse of f of x is that sinh inverse of f of x is having plus 1 in the roots, while cos inverse of f of x is having minus 1 in the root. I'm sure you understand that. Then the last but not the least that we have today is tan inverse of f of x. So tan inverse of f of x is equal to 1 all over 1 minus f of x squared times the differentiation of f of x with respect to x. I repeat, tan inverse of f of x is equal to 1 all over 1 minus f of x squared times the differentiation of f of x with respect to x. So I just brought this today for us to memorize and understand them before we deal with some questions. So I would like you to subscribe, click the like button, and turn on the bell, so that any time I post anything you will get them. Like now, after this, now I'm going to post some problems on this particular differentiation. So thanks so much for joining us once again. So until we meet next time, thank you.